Well, I've just left Sainsbury's, having had a wonderful breakfast, and I'm walking down to the railway station. Bumped into this fella, and you're
Whistling Postman, Dale Houghton, the Whistling Postman. You'll find me on Facebook and YouTube.
What's your name again?
Yeah, Dale Houghton, the Whistling Postman.
The Whistling Postman.
That's right. That's the easy way to find me.
So what's all this about then?
Well, I'm collecting for the Air Ambulance and Demel's House, plus 29 other charities, which is the big ones go to Demel's House and the Air Ambulance. Sounds a bit complicated. 2,500 each, and the others are £100 each. Go to Parkinson's and people with dementia, and then I've got age concern, churches, and all that within the borough as well.
Brilliant.
Freedom Share Nest, Freedom Centre Share Nest, they get something, and other people get something down in Faversham.
And how long have you been doing all this then?
42 years.
42 years.
Yeah, I got the British Empire Medal from the Queen.
Well, that's very nice.
In 1990 on Google, if you look on the Facebook, on Google, I was with Cilla Black on Surprise Surprise, which she was
very
in 1990.
So you're a bit of a local celebrity then.
Well, you'll find me in this England, the English magazine, you know, but it goes back a couple 3 years. When I was 80, they wrote a story. I mean, that goes all over the world, this England magazine.
Excellent.
And that's when I reached the 250,000 mark.
Brilliant, mate.
But now it's 284,000 there, because I'm nearly 85 this year.
Wow. Well done. Well done, mate.
Yeah, anyway.
Well done.
Thank you for taking interest.
You're quite welcome.
I hope it goes well for you.
Well, you'll be able to see yourself on YouTube tomorrow, and on my walk. I'm walking right around Britain. I've done 3,000 miles.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Because my newspaper picks it up, and it's Sittingbourne local, and they'll probably get in there if it's on YouTube or on Facebook, whichever one it goes on.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Behind you? Yeah, right, you're
Good.
okay.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye, take care of yourself.
Cheers. It's lovely to be back, and here I am back on the coastal path. It's Thursday the 30th of May and it's about 10:30. As you saw, I caught the train this morning from Sittingbourne back down to Faversham, and now I'm walking back. I've got lots of news for you. I'm not going to chuck it all at you at once. I'll spread it out over this film, which isn't going to be a long film. It's only about a 9-10 mile walk from here back to Sittingbourne. I was up early this morning, got the train down here, had a lovely breakfast at Sainsbury's, and the lovely assistant actually gave me an extra egg, which I thought was very sweet of her. I got talking to one or two people in Faversham as well, and this is going to be a lovely day. The weather is absolutely amazing. It's bright and sunny. There's a bit of a strong wind, but it's a lovely walk, and this is the big test for my leg, which I haven't done any exercise whatsoever for a week. I've just completely rested my leg up and it feels so much better. I went to the doctor on what day would it be? Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. It was Tuesday, I think, yeah. And he gave me a thorough examination. He reckons I've got a bit of phlebitis, which is like the hardening of the arteries just in one leg. He's given me some cream. He said I'm okay to carry on walking as long as I have a rest first and get it as good as I can possibly get it. And I think it is. It feels great. I know up until finishing last week, I know I was struggling with it, but it feels like exactly the same as my right leg today. I'm not having any trouble with it at all, and I'm delighted with that. I've got some film to show you of my meeting on Monday with my Australian friends. That's Tony and Maureen, when I got a train into St Pancras and we went for a few beers and a meal. And what a lovely time we had. And then I'm going to show you what I got up to in Grimsby, which is basically with just meeting Trish and having such a wonderful time and talking and stuff, and then driving back down here yesterday. So I'm going to carry on this walk. It's going to be quite boring and mundane, I know it today. Forgive me, I'm staying well away from the coastline in terms of beaches. I'm not walking on any pebble beaches, and I'm certainly not walking all the way to the beach to find that I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm walking as near to on roads all day, as near as I can possibly get to the coast. I'm only about half a mile away as it happens, but this seems to be quite a good route, going through a place called Tyneham and then bringing me into Sittingbourne. And you've just seen a sign. It's 6 miles back to Sittingbourne from here now. I've walked about maybe 3 to 4 from Faversham, so I'm doing quite well and I'm thoroughly enjoying it and all the things that are going around in my mind, but I will be going into more detail later, so I'll press on. And if Ralph was with me, and I was on the phone with him this morning, he's coming to join me again on June the 17th, and he's coming for a few days, and he's bringing his mate with him, which I'm really looking forward to, and that'll be very nice. And I'll tell you in more detail about all this later on and all the other news. So if Ralph was here, I'm sure that he would say, "Here we go." coming up to 2 o'clock now, and I've come off the sort of back lanes in the countryside onto the A2, which, if you played Monopoly, you'll remember Old Kent Road. Well, this is the sort of eastern end of it, and quite a lot of traffic because there's quite a busy roadworks further up, so it's a little bit noisy. But no, it's been a great walk. I mean, I'm sat here now in a sun trap. It must be 80 sat in this corner of where I am now. It's been a bit of a mundane walk, which is what I expected. I only wanted to ease into this gently when you've had a week off, as I've just had. You're a bit stiff, and I'm feeling my foot at the moment, where just pressing it onto the ground, and it feels absolutely brilliant. It feels as if all of those worries are over, and I sincerely hope so. And today has just been a short walk as a precaution, but I'm staying away from beaches and stuff like that, as I said before. But no, it's been great, and I reckon another maybe hour or so and I should be back in Sittingbourne, and I'll get settled down and edit today and the other bits and pieces I have to show you, and they'll be on early evening, late afternoon, early evening. I should get those onto YouTube, and I hope you enjoy it. I'd just like to welcome all the new people who have joined over recent weeks. There's been a lot of people, and I'd also like to thank everybody on Facebook who I put a post on about when I was in Grimsby. I went to the Grimsby Evening Telegraph and talked to a reporter, a very nice girl called Paige, lovely, who did a bit of an interview, and she published that, and then it was taken on by another national company, and so I asked you all to share it, if that's okay. And I think 97 of you had before I left this morning, so I can't ask any more of you, and thank you for that. Wonderful, and it'll get the word around a little bit, and I'm very pleased with the article and the way it came out. So, I'll press on. What do you predict the score?
2-0 to Charlton.
2-0. And your name is, sorry?
Susan.
Susan, I'm making a note of this, so we'll all stick a tenner in the kitty and see what happens. And they're playing Sunderland, and well, Sunderland's pretty close to where I'm from.
Yeah.
And this guy, I know I was talking to you before us. So you've been supporting this team for about 60 years.
Yeah, it'll be 60 years this year. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. And I guess your dad was involved
Yes.
and brought you into it.
Yes.
A bit like me, really.
1930s.
I've been supporting Hull City for the last sort of
Okay.
60 years. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah, and I know they've been a bit up and down over recent times, but it's nice to see him at the top end, if you understand, rather than languishing in Division 2 or 1 or 2.
Yeah,
you know
we've
what I
been
mean?
struggling for the last sort of 10 years, really.
Yeah.
When we came out of the Premier League.
Yeah,
And
it's
been a
hard
bit of
work.
it's hard work to try and get back.
Absolutely, that's the big struggle, isn't it?
You know, you need lots of money behind you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we haven't got that from our owner.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to admit, I do like the Premier League, and I'm very pleased that we've made a big impact in Europe this year. But really, unless you're in that top six,
Yes,
it's been that top six
exactly.
for years and years. The
Yes.
millionaire clubs who can just buy anybody.
Yes.
You know, Manchester United, Manchester City now, and
Yes.
and there's 1 or 2 teams coming up, probably like Sheffield United, Leeds, just missed, I think. But
Yes, yeah.
some of the old teams that you remember playing with Charlton.
I'm surprised Leeds didn't make it this year, but
I'm amazed, because we were flying at one point.
yes.
But
I think all the teams that have gone up, they're all going to struggle though.
Yeah.
If they finish 17th,
Do a
I think
Huddersfield, really.
Well, one of them will probably.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Well, the best of luck for today.
Okay, thank you.
And what's your prediction of a score?
I reckon if we score, we're going to win. I don't think they score a
1-0
lot of goals. They don't
though,
score a
wouldn't
lot of goals. I don't think they draw a lot.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we get our noses in front.
right.
But it could all be down to the atmosphere. How the players are
Absolutely.
affected.
Well, it's 11 against 11 for
11
90
against
minutes,
11,
isn't it? It doesn't
true,
matter who they
true.
are. It's on the day, isn't it, really?
But whatever happens, we'll still be there next year.
Yeah, I hope so. Well,
Wherever.
best of luck, mate.
Thank you.
It's not often I wish people from London the best of luck.
I know Gravesend's London, but there you go.
Well, it's still Charlton. But
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
And you, mate.
Thank you.
very much.
Have a really
Lovely
nice
to meet
day.
you. Thank
Have a
you
good
very
day.
much.
Thank
Thank
you. And don't get drunk.
Oh, no, I don't know about
Get
that.
home.
Yeah, it depends upon it. Every way it goes. I'd be a happy drunk or a lousy drunk.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm catching a train. I've got my camper van parked up, and I'm going on the train and have a few beers and get on the train back. And it's only 10 quid for me with my pensioner's card and all that to get in and out of London, and it makes a change from driving.
Really
You wouldn't want to be
Yeah.
trying to park up near St Pancras, would you?
You've got no
Not
chance.
that way, no.
No, exactly. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Yeah,
to
and
meet
you,
you.
mate.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
This pub in London, I've got no idea where I am. I know
London
I'm not,
bar.
I know the London bar. That's right. Yeah, I'm not far from St Pancras station, which is where I caught a train in this morning. Having finished my walk at Gravesend, and all I need to do is have a few beers and get on the train back, so I can have a few beers on a Sunday afternoon, which is rather a good idea. I don't get this opportunity very often. But Karen's just very kindly taken some photographs of of my Australian friends, of Tony and Maureen and myself, and I thank you for that.
No problem.
So what are you doing here then?
We are here for the bank holiday weekend. We go back home on Tuesday. We've come from Manchester, and we are down to see the 9 to 5 musical.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We're big fans of Brian Connolly, so
excellent.
brings us down here.
Excellent. And so do you come to London very often, or is it
every few months? Is it?
Well, a good few times a year.
A couple of times a year at least.
Excellent.
We've come down on the train this time. We normally drive.
Right. Now you've got a northern accent. Where are you from?
A place called Bacup.
Bacup. That's Lancashire. That's
right. It's in between Rochdale and Burnley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bang in the middle.
I do know that area. Yeah, that Rochdale. I used to know quite a number of people in Rochdale. I used to really like the place, I remember the singer, the female singer, was from Rochdale.
Sinead O'Connor.
No, there's another one who was more into like a.
No, she's Irish.
Oh, her name will come to me in a minute. It's gone at the moment. She was brilliant, and she was like almost at the beginning of like house kind of R&B.
Sort of dark hair.
It'll come, and I'll tell you that in a second.
I know who you mean. It's on the tip of my tongue.
She was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But anyway, it's been lovely to meet you. We'll get over that one. But it's been great to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. And good luck on all the rest of your journey.
Thank you very much. It's been, to be honest, I haven't actually been into the heart of London for many years. I avoid it at all costs.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
And what a change I've seen it already. I mean, I can't believe St Pancras Station now, and now they've got this new line that goes underneath London, more or less, to bring you out at St Pancras. It's incredible.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all about moving quickly.
But I made the mistake this morning. Well, I say I made the mistake. I nearly made a mistake because I didn't realise that it's the football matches between Charlton and Sunderland today, and so I decided, not knowing that, to because I was just killing time, I thought, well, I'll go and catch the earlier train to meet Maureen and Tony, and I'm glad I did, because I would never have got on the train that would have been just before midday.
Ours was very busy as well from Manchester, yeah.
And they've got engineering works and stuff.
Always. So it's a bank holiday, you know.
Yes, so it was a good thing. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Enjoy the journey.
Lisa Stansfield.
Lisa Stansfield.
I was thinking Sinclair for some reason.
No, Lisa Stansfield.
That's right. I knew that.
I used to absolutely adore her in every possible way.
Yeah,
and I think
she was very good.
And she was, you know, I know they made all different kinds of editions of the same song. You know, but I thought she was unbelievable. I really liked her.
No, you're right. Yeah.
But she was such a good singer and a lovely person as well.
Yeah.
It's just after 2:30 now on Sunday the 26th of May, and here I am in London at the Tavistock Hotel, which is just round the corner from the St Pancras railway station, where I caught a train here this morning to meet these two wonderful people. We've had such just been for a meal and a few beers and all the rest of it, and it's fabulous to be here. And this is Maureen.
Hi.
And this is Tony.
G'day.
And they're from Australia. And when I say just passing through, it's not quite like that, really, is it, Tony? We arranged to, you said you was going to be here. I said,
Yep.
we'll have to meet, and it's all gone pretty well to plan. I got the train this morning that was like full of football fans coming in, and St Pancras was like as busy as I've ever seen it. And I thought we was never going to be able to bump into each other. We would never find each other, and you did. You found me, and you know it worked really well. Welcome to you both. It's absolutely wonderful to see you, and just to explain that.
It's wonderful to meet you, Jim.
Thank you very much.
After seeing you on our television most evenings, it's wonderful to finally meet you face to face.
From the other side of the world,
Yep.
and Tony and Maureen were telling me that they've watched every episode, and they've missed it recently because they've been over here. You've been to Italy for a couple of weeks, is that right?
Cinque Terre.
Yeah.
been beautiful up there, but now we're over in London and we wanted to catch up with you. So it's lovely to see you, Jim,
Thank
in
you.
the flesh.
And you're a couple of weeks behind with the episodes now then because of that, really?
Yes, we are. We're a bit behind, but we'll look forward to going home and watching.
We'll chase you down.
Chase you
And
up.
you'll be on it as well.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
where have you been then? Tell me about this visit that you've got, Tony.
Yeah, we arrived in Rome, and then we've joined a tour of southern Italy and Sicily, and then we left Sicily and got a ferry and 3 trains up to Cinque Terre of northern Italy, and we hiked around there. In fact, the other day we did a 30k hike and we were absolutely stuffed. Can I say buggered? We were absolutely buggered.
You said buggered on
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
I remember my mum used to say that.
Okay.
I'm absolutely buggered.
Anyway, it's nothing that a few beers couldn't fix the other night, and
Yes.
then we arrived in London on Friday, and we've been walking since then.
Yes.
And it's nice to sit down with you and nice to meet you. Sit down with you and have a meal and have a few beers and have a chat.
Yeah,
All good.
absolutely.
All good.
And so you've been over here quite often then to Britain and
Yeah,
over
a
the
few
years?
times. Yeah, we've seen all the sites before, but it's lovely to come back to London. It changes a lot when
It
you've been
does.
away, and
Yeah.
it's nice to come back here. I feel quite comfortable here.
Yes.
I feel okay. So
Yes.
it's nice.
I can't conceive the change in St Pancras Station
Yes.
since the last time I was here.
Yes.
Where it just used to serve trains that used to go up like to the East Midlands basically. It was that line that used to go up to Nottingham and Leicester and Sheffield and that way. And now it's like this massive station where you can get on a train to Paris.
Yes, that's
Done that.
right.
And they've built the line right underneath
That's
the city to Stratford, and it's incredible the change. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they've
you
got
know.
the trains right here, that's for sure. Better
Yeah.
than Australia.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the rest of our trip.
Yes.
Going to Bridgenorth and
Yes.
looking around Shropshire and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going there and
Yeah.
exploring and lots of walking.
Yeah. Well, it's a lovely county. I mean, I know you're not on the coastal path, but
No.
I know you particularly like going there because you're interested in the steam engines.
That's right. You're interested in the heritage railways, which you guys do really, really well, and something that's a bit of a passion. So, looking
Yeah.
forward to jumping on a steam train or two.
I used to live in the Midlands in Birmingham area in the late 60s and more or less at the time when the Bridgenorth Railway was just more or less getting off its feet. And I've not been since, and it's something that I really would like to do. But I mean, what's on offer there now, Tony? Can you tell me?
Yeah. It goes, the railway line, the Bridgenorth railway line goes to Kidderminster now.
Yes.
And I think that's nearly 20 mile.
Yes.
And one of the things that we're looking forward to doing is walking one way and getting the train back the other way.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Which there's a path that goes,
Yes.
or in your terms, Jim, a path that goes along the railway line,
Right.
along the Severn Valley.
Yes.
So we'll do that.
Yes.
And then catch a train and take some photos and do all that sort of stuff. And then there's also a railway in Wales, the Llangollen Railway.
Oh,
that,
yes.
we look forward to going over to there.
Is that the narrow gauge one?
No, it's a normal gauge one.
Oh, all right, okay.
And then after watching your videos, we're interested in going over to the Pembrokeshire coast and having a look around there too. So
fabulous.
Something we never would have thought of if we hadn't have seen you on YouTube walking around there. Yeah.
Well,
and by the way, and I don't know if you remember, Jim, but we caught up with you 150 days into your walk. And
Really?
we had to nearly run to catch up with you, but we've caught up to you now, and we've just dropped off the last 2 weeks, but we promise when we get back to Australia we'll catch up again.
Yeah.
We'll chase you down.
It makes not that I've got much hair on my head, but it makes the hair stand up on the back of my head, if you know what I mean. In thinking, wow, for two such wonderful people like you to be saying things like that to me, where you know that you've got so excited about it and you've watched every episode. It just makes me feel so proud and even more so to actually be here sat in front of you knowing what you've just said, and I'm absolutely honoured that you should find these like videos that are chucked together in the back of the camper van that you should find them so interesting, and it's brilliant, and I can't thank you enough for the very nice things that you've said about this.
Jim, we're
Most
disappointed
welcome.
when we sit down in the evening and you're off somewhere and haven't posted a video for the day. We've got to find something else to watch.
I'm in trouble. All right. I do get a few.
No pressure. You puppy. Oh.
So yeah, it's been wonderful watching you and going on your journey with you, but it's been a learning thing for us too. Like, we've been on the Cornwall coast, we've been to some of the places you've been to, and it's like, oh, we've been there, or maybe we should go there, or that looks really interesting, or that looks pretty crappy, so we won't bother about going there. And it's been a learning thing for us, and yeah, it's wonderful. And I think my personal opinion is that you are so underrated. I can't believe that this country is not getting behind you doing what you're doing. A 70-year-old guy walking around the coastal path, that is enormous.
Yeah.
And,
Well, thank you.
and I just can't believe that the local press or something haven't jumped on this and made this into something a lot bigger than what it really is.
Well, that's very kind of you to say all those things, and I've been pretty patient with this, and yeah, of course I would like more viewers and more friends to talk to, and all the rest of it, and but it's me just being me, and I've got sort of strengths and weaknesses, but in terms of actually marketing all of this and all the rest of it, I do appreciate what you say, and I thank you for your very kind thoughts, but it will happen one day, I'm sure. And I'm just waiting for that day. You've got to remember, I'm 3,000 miles into a 5,000 mile trip, and Scotland is going to be by far the most challenging of anything I've had. And I want to continue because I feel absolutely committed to all the people who watch me, and I'm just an ordinary bloke just doing a fairly, in my view, if I can do it, a lot of other people can. It's not unique to me, but actually making the videos of it at the same time is probably what would stump people. I think I might be the only person in the world who's capable of walking around the coast and filming every day.
Well done.
And I'm quite sure that there'll be other people who might give it a try, but I've not seen anything like it yet. And there's an awful lot of time and effort and thinking that goes into it.
Must be.
But without finding the people like you two, as an example, quality people, as I totally regard you, to be able to talk to, then the story wouldn't really, it would be meaningless just watching me walking along mile after mile. But I've met some absolutely fantastic, wonderful people that I never thought I would meet. And as I say, including you two.
You must shake Ralph's hand for us.
Sorry?
You must shake Ralph's hand and say hello to him for us.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just meeting people like you, and this is what it's all. The world is wonderful, you know, with the scenery and this and that and the other. But it's the people that make it wonderful, and for you to sort of invite me to today as an example, so that we get a chance to meet. And you're from like the other side of the world, and you know, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's an absolute pleasure for me to get this opportunity.
Can I say something, Jim? The one thing that we look forward to is when you look in a mirror and wave. I can assure you, sitting down in Wonthaggi in Victoria, Australia, we're sitting on the couch waving back to you.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't know how that came about, actually. It was quite funny. I just saw this picture. You know, people keep saying, "Oh, you're losing weight," and "Oh, you're looking good," or blah 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 blah. And the only chance I get, well, in fact, if I'm to be honest with you, the only time I get a chance to remind myself that I'm 70 is when I look in the mirror. You know, I feel like as if I'm 25 inside.
You're doing good.
And you know, the only time I look in the mirror, I think, "Oh God, look at that." But when I'm walking along, I get a chance to look in the mirror. One of the reasons that I don't have a shave very often is that it's such a faff in my van, because it's got a black roof, the lighting's bad, I've got to get the light in the right time, in the right place, I've got to get my glasses on the right time, I've got to get the shaving foam on quick, and all the rest of it, and so I can go for days without a shave, when under normal circumstances I'd shave every day. But it's just me, and I don't have to, nobody's telling me to, and I can come and go when I please and all the rest of it. And one of the things I've really enjoyed about this is that I'm absolutely as free as a bird.
That's right.
In thought of mind and everything. You know.
Yeah, well, you've got very admired by us. We admire your strength and your enthusiasm to get up and walk every day and keep going, and it's just amazing.
Thank you very much.
No, we're proud.
Thank you for coming over, and thank you for suggesting that we meet. And I've thoroughly enjoyed every minute of your company, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll meet.
I would think not.
We're going to see each other again in years, whether I come over there or you come back here again.
Sure.
And thank you, Jim, for organising the walk, that you'd be so close to London when we got here.
Yeah.
Well, when you wrote and told me, I worked out very briefly. I thought, well, I'm going to be somewhere near London. I didn't expect to be like 20 miles away, and so, coming on the train this morning, I told you there was all the football fans, the Charlton Athletic fans, and St Pancras was like chaos, wasn't it? Really, for a while. But no, it's. As it happens, it's sort of raining outside at the moment now, so I haven't really missed anything, and I want to give my leg a rest. So, what better way than come over and meet you two? And it's been another nice leisurely day, really.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
But shake my hand.
Very lovely to meet you.
Very lovely to meet you. Very lovely to meet you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Tony.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you'll understand what a wonderful feeling it was to be sat alongside Trish, holding her hand and talking just the way we used to. And what a remarkable woman to pull through all of this. And just 3 weeks ago we were so worried, and today learning the news that her tumour was benign is incredible. And already she's planning to go to yoga, and already she's looking great, and she's just so happy to be alive, and very much thanks to her father Harry, a retired GP of 97 who diagnosed her with a brain cancer. So that she had an immediate x-ray and it was confirmed that she had. Less than a week later she had an operation, and she's still alive and kicking, and now she's recovering very quickly from this, and she's going to be able to give Harry all the TLC that he needs in the coming years or whenever. It's fantastic, and this is the woman I love.